Hi, beautiful souls. Just listening to the skylarks with little Lanto, enjoying the pure, delightful sound that they make as they fly up and down. They could fly really high. You don't even see them when they're really high. Today I'm sharing a little light on listening and hearing what others have to say. Remember that we are all connected and we are all rising together as one love, one cosmic heart, remembering the truth of the magnificence that we each are. Sometimes when somebody speaks to us, we only hear a fraction of what it is that they say. We may be in our heads thinking about something else, or we may just only hear what we're able to hear, or even we may just hear what we think the other person is saying, because we still hold them in an old outfit, in an old past version of themselves. And when we do that, we only limit ourselves. The other being is free to keep on expressing and growing, but eventually what will happen is that the two beings will move apart. So it really does help all of us when we are able to listen with presence and to really hear what is being said and to take note of the tone and the way that things are being said. Asking quality questions. The better the question, the better the answer, so that we can fully recognize and hear what another being is telling us. Listening. It's an art form. It's not always easy to hear what some people have to say, and I don't feel that we have to. I feel that we don't need to listen to everything that is put out there. You know, our ears are sensitive, and sometimes when somebody's so desperate to tell us something, so desperate that we should hear something, then often what happens is that's sort of exactly the kind of thing that we don't want to hear, because desperation and neediness repel. So when you're listening, what is it that you are listening for? What is it that you are wanting to nourish within yourself, that you are listening out for in another person's speaking? Because there's usually elements in that we subconsciously are waiting to hear for validation, confirmation, and yet we have everything within ourselves. We don't need to listen to somebody else to receive those things, but we do have to be aware that our subconscious is on override, waiting for those moments, and we have to be aware that when somebody is speaking to us, that we are giving them our full attention and allowing them that space. And then when somebody is speaking with us, and maybe we might hear somebody else saying, oh, they said this and that and the other that you said, and maybe that's not completely what you said. There will be distortions, and you have to be cool with that and not worry about it, because you can't control what other people say, you can't control what other people hear, and you just have to rise, keep rising and loving and being compassionate about how people listen, how people hear, what people hear, and not worry about a word of it. Not worry about a word. Just concentrate on being present right now, so that if you're listening to someone else, that you're really listening and holding that space for them to speak to you, speak with you. And like I said, you don't have to be present for every conversation. You don't have to listen to everything. If some conversation isn't for you, you just excuse yourself and say, well, I realize this is a conversation that you would like to have, but this is not a conversation I would like to have. So I excuse myself and invite you to maybe consider speaking about this with somebody else. Sometimes we do have to have difficult conversations so that we are also staying strong within ourselves and not just allowing people to use us in ways that make us feel less than, or make us feel as if we are being used. So consider what it is that you wish to say, consider it what it is that you wish to share, and consider who it is that you wish to share these things with. And perhaps ask, are you okay to listen to this? I would like to share this. And then if the person is in the right frame of mind and heart at that moment, then maybe you can. But listen to hear. Listen to hear what is actually being said. And don't make judgments about it, and don't imagine that you know what exactly it is if you don't. Ask questions. It will help both of you to grow and expand, help to be purer and less confusing, because communication is important. And often when relationships stumble and they hit blocks, it's because the communication isn't quite there, because often people just don't know how to have conversations that may be a little bit more in depth and a little tricky. And yet that's how we grow. We grow by facing things that aren't always easy. And then as we face them, they become easier and lighter. And then before you know it, all of those tricky things dissipate. We transcend them. We are the light. We shine the light into things. And all is bright and all is good. And so it is. And so it is. I love you all very much. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, comment if you feel called to do so. Thank you. My name is Zaza. Peace.